Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Welcome once again. The headlines. Good news. Professor Wale Adeniran give latest update. Shares good news and updates on Yoruba Nation rally. Okay, so there was this interview that Professor Wale Adeniran had with some medias. I'm going to share what they discussed together, and it's really good news for the Yoruba people. So before we continue, let's just go on Professor Wale Adeniran's profile. Let us look, who is he? Some people don't really know him. Who is this man? Who are they calling Professor Wale Adeniran? So let me just introduce him to you. So Professor Wale Adeniran was once the Commissioner for Education in Osun State. He is the Deputy Alana to Alana in Ilano. He is fighting for the independence and sovereignty of the Yoruba people. So you might be like, okay, this man is a politician. He was a politician. So what happened? So let me give you the gist. So before we continue, please don't forget to like this video channel. And for those who have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, even as you do so. Okay, so let's continue. So Professor Wale Adeniran pulled out of politics when he discovered that the norms were not in consonance with his. The way he saw politics in the olden days was not how it is now. Everything has changed, and that people are now running it with greedy desires, selfish reasons. So that was why he pulled out of politics. And you might be like, okay, but he was enjoying himself, there was money. Yes, he is a man of integrity. So he could not just sit back and be eating the money that is meant for everybody and saying that he's doing politics. So that was the reason why he pulled out of politics in Nigeria. He is retired right now, and I think he's 87 years old right now. He and his family are in exile. They're not in Nigeria, they're in exile as a result of the fight for Yoruba Nation. So right now, they are not safe wherever they are, because they've boldly come out to stand up against the Nigerian government and for the Yoruba Nation. Their lives are in danger right now, so they went into exile. His colleagues, Professor Adebanji and Akintoye, the Alana of the Yoruba land, are also with him. They're also in exile together, they and their families. God bless these people. They are in exile too. But he said he's pleased to inform everybody and to acknowledge that they are making progress, despite the pains, despite the persecution, despite the fact that they are not, they are just in another person's land. But they said they are making progress. Thank God. He said that yesterday they popped a bottle of wine to celebrate, because they knew that sooner rather than later, the declaration of the independence of the Yoruba Nation will come to pass. And he said there's nothing to stop that. He said that he's sorry that all the Yorubas cannot all celebrate together with him now, because there are some things that he can't say openly. So I've been saying this often, that there's some underground work going on in this fight for the Yoruba Nation, and they can't just be said in the open, because the Nigerian government might come against those people. And when they declare those people that are helping them, those foreign friends helping them, they might go and meet those foreign friends and be like, oh, so you're the one that's trying to divide Nigeria, so they don't want to mention those names. So he said, we calm down, that work is being done on the ground. So he said those friends that are helping the struggle for a sovereign Yoruba Nation, they are trying to, they don't want, because I'm very sure they told those friends, they promised those friends they were not going to open up, like show the world that they are really helping them. So they didn't want to leak out the secret. He said they are making steady progress, and that very soon Yoruba will become independent from Nigeria. And then he was asked a question. Professor Wale Adeniran was asked a question. So I think 3 questions in a go. He said, What are the benefits of Yoruba nation? What do Yoruba stand to gain from this fight? And what do the Yoruba dictators gain after everything, after how they spent their money, their time, their energy? Some people they killed them because of this Yoruba nation struggle. So what are the benefits? What will people stand to gain after all this? So Professor Wale Adeniran said that the benefits are too numerous to enumerate, but he mentioned some few, and I will just pick like one or two and say it here. So he said, one, we have the most highly educated population in the whole of Africa. That is talking about the Yorubas. As a result of the free primary education scheme introduced by the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Education is meant to be an asset, but Nigeria is turning it to be a liability to our youth. Our youth are going into higher institutions after their primary education because there is hardly any parent in the Yoruba land who doesn't ensure that their children go to higher institutions. They come out and there are no jobs, like no jobs at all. In his last job teaching at Obafemi Awolowo University at Osun State and College of Humanities and Culture, he said he was always very unhappy whenever he goes into the class to lecture. Reason being that he will be faced with young adults that are very bright, very intelligent, very brilliant, who are very, very eager to learn. But he knew in his heart, and all the lecturers knew then, that for most of them the future was bleak. Yes, they came to school to learn, they came to school, to make their future bright, but the way Nigeria was going and the way Nigeria is, the future is bleak. Because of lack of employment opportunities that are lacking in Nigeria. He made it known to his colleagues that they cannot be turning out graduates year after year, but there are no jobs available for these graduates. Their parents waste money, sometimes millions, sometimes hundreds of thousands. Some people, they study in school 4 years, some 5 years, some 6 years, some 7, some 8 years, some 9 years. Then they come out from school and there are no job opportunities. And for those that still have, some are lucky, some they have to they have to sleep with men to get those jobs. Some have to, bribe, and some you have to have connections. And he said he was only unhappy whenever he got into the class, because when he reasoned all these things, he was like, then what's not the use of all this? He said, and this is really very highly irresponsible of the government. Why would Chief Adeniran suffer himself and those youths, after suffer the parents also, the money they spend and everything, their time, their energy, and at the end of everything, there was nothing to show for it. And he stood up one day. He has been reasoning, he has been angry, but he stood up and said, we cannot just fold our hands and watch things turn from bad to worse. That was what he was saying. And from worse to worse. And he felt that if righting the wrongs in Nigeria will cost him his life, then so be it. And he said, and it will be worth it. Losing his life for the cause of justice, freedom, of happiness, to be worth it. His life will be worth it. So see this man, he's really aged now. If you see his picture, go and browse him. Look up for him out in Google. Professor Wale Adeniran. He's really very aged right now. 80-something years old, and he's still fighting. He went into exile with his family because of this. He's not safe wherever he is right now because the Nigerian government are coming against him and because they're standing for the Yoruba nation. But he said if he loses his life because of this, then so be it. What bravery, what courage. No normal person would do this. Only people that see the cries of the people, they love their people, and they always stand up for them. Let me see what your opinion on this. What do you feel about this? And it's not the only one. There are hundreds of Yoruba dictators out there. They saw the plight of the Yoruba people, and they're saying, no, we've taken the suffering for long. It's time for us to get free. And these people, some have lost their life. Some are in exile. Some are being detained day by day. Some have been shot. Some are in the hospital. Some have been kidnapped. I want you to go to the comment section and really encourage these people. Really clap for these people. They are heroes. They are legends, living legends of the Yoruba nation. Clap for them, because it is not easy. It is not easy at all. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your time. God bless.